G'day, here we are again. It's a Friday, and what a joy it is to be sharing with you on this occasion. I trust you are going well. You are rejoicing in the Lord, and He's guiding your path. I want to share just a couple of thoughts. Last Sunday, for those of you who are aware, was Trinity Sunday, a Sunday that the church, I guess universally, holds dear. It's always the Sunday immediately following Pentecost, and obviously it refers to the Trinity as in Father, Son and Spirit. And we have come to appreciate them as one person with three components or parts or ministries, 3 in 1, 1 in 3, we tend to say. Yet I'm not sure that we really, to be perfectly honest, understand really the depth of this whole concept. I've heard people explain it in terms of water, as in steam and ice and the liquid water. Essentially the same ingredients, the same material, if you like, but 3 different ways it can be used. And that's not a bad analogy. I've got a different one. It's a bit crazy, but then maybe I'm a bit crazy. But before I get into that, I want to read just a couple of verses from John chapter 16. And this may be a familiar passage to some of you, and I'm reading from the Passion Translation. And Jesus is talking to his disciples, and he's telling them essentially that he's about to leave and what's going to happen when he goes. And he says, "There is so much more I would like to say to you, but it's more than you can grasp at this moment. But when the truth-giving Spirit comes, he will unveil the reality of every truth within you. He won't speak on his own, but only what he hears from the Father, and he will reveal prophetically to you what is to come. He will glorify me on the earth, for he will receive from me what is mine and reveal it to you. Everything that belongs to the Father belongs to me. And that's why I say that the Spirit, or the divine encourager, will receive what is mine and reveal it to you. Soon you won't see me any longer, but then, after a little while, you will see me in a new way." I think that's just incredible. I think it's so powerful that you will see me in a new way. I wonder what thought processes are going through our mind as perhaps we begin to come out of the last 12, 13, 14 weeks of isolation. I wonder what you're thinking in terms of church and the way the Spirit has been talking to you. And I wonder whether maybe we might begin to see the church and even the revelation of the Spirit of God in a new way. I think we will. Part of me is praying we will. You see, the Trinity is all about God the Father, Jesus the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And in this few verses, we see all 3. That Jesus says that what belongs to the Father belongs to me. In other words, he's saying, I and the Father in one. He actually says that in another place. And he goes on to say, the Spirit, when he comes, which, by the way, won't come until I go, but when he comes, because he is me, he too can reveal to you what the Father has revealed to me. It's probably one of the most powerful few verses that demonstrates the capacity of the Trinity. And so just going to put this down for a moment. In the background, you can see a small saucepan, And if you're really got your eyes peeled, you can see an egg and a carrot. What you can't see, which you're about to see, just excuse me for half a second, is a jug of boiling water. And I've got to be careful where I put this because it literally has just boiled. And so the other thing you can't see, because it's too small, but I'm going to attempt this, but first I'm going to put the boiling water somewhere safe. But in here, and I don't know whether you'll be able to see this because they're very tiny, but there you go. In the saucepan lid, I have two. Maybe you can guess. Okay, I'll tell you. They're 2 coffee beans. Oh, and the aroma is just magnificent. If you like coffee, that is. So we have a carrot. We have an egg. And we have 2 coffee beans. And so without wanting to take all day, and trust me, I'm not a cook, but I do know that if we put boiling water into a saucepan, and you might even be able to see the steam arising, it is very hot, let me tell you. And so there's boiling water in the saucepan, and if we put an egg in there, like so, and we put a carrot in there, the carrot's actually too big, but you get the gist, and we put, a coffee bean in there, and if we were to boil this and leave it boiled for a time, then 3 things happen, but they're different things. And I'm sure you can begin to take a hold of what I'm on about. I'll just put that down for a minute, somewhere safe. And so think about it. The egg goes in boiling water, and after 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever it is, the inside of the egg starts from being very soft and gooey and mushy and becomes hard. It's a boiled egg. The carrot, on the other hand, starts off being really hard, and in the same water, given the same amount of time, maybe a touch longer, it turns soft. And of course, the longer you leave it in there, the softer it becomes. So one starts soft and becomes hard, the other starts hard and becomes soft, and yet it's in the same water. The coffee bean goes in the same water, and it doesn't get harder or softer. In fact, it disintegrates almost and vaporizes, and you can't see it, but you can certainly smell the fragrance of it, and it permeates the whole space. And to me, that's a picture of the work of the Spirit, the third component, if you like, of the Trinity. You see, the Spirit comes into our life, and in different times of our life, we are like the egg. We are, if you like, got a shell on the outside, but inside we're a bit mushy and soft, and we need toughening up. And the Spirit comes and He does that. Sometimes we're a bit like the carrot, and we put on this tough macho image, and we are tough, we're strong, we're hard-nosed, if you like. And you may know people a bit like that, and maybe some of you have been like that at different times in your life. I know I have. And the Spirit comes, and if we allow Him to work within us, He can soften us, and we become much more usable for Him and for His glory. And the coffee bean, I would hope and pray that some of us are a bit, perhaps even more like the coffee bean, that the Spirit of God comes in us and changes us so that we are no longer soft nor hard, but he literally takes over and controls our emotions, our motives, how we speak, what we say, what we don't say, how we communicate, how we live. In other words, his spirit permeates our whole being, like the coffee bean's fragrance permeates the whole room. I can smell it. I know you can't where you are, but I can smell it in this whole room. And so I want to leave that with you and trust that as we continue to journey through this period that we've been in, and as we begin to come out of it, I suspect that things will be in a different way. That's not necessarily saying that it's worse or that it's even bad. The Spirit was different to the Son, but boy, how much more powerful we can be because of that gift. God bless you. I hope that you can embrace the Holy Spirit in a new and fresh way, and that his living within you might become an aroma that radiates from you, where people around you can be encouraged because of who is in you. God bless you.